LimX just launched a full-size humanoid robot with 31 degrees of freedom and swappable arms. Midea followed with a domestic humanoid built to handle real chores like laundry and dishwashing. And in San Francisco, Syncere AI designed a robotic lamp that quietly folds your clothes. 3 very different approaches, all aiming to bring robots into everyday life. Let's break them down. Let's start with LimX Dynamics, because what they're doing is one of the more complete takes on general-purpose humanoids. They just unveiled a new robot called LimX Oli. Now, this thing isn't some clunky test model. It's a full-sized humanoid robot standing 1.65 meters tall with 31 degrees of freedom, not even counting the hand attachments. Depending on your setup, you can swap those end effectors out for standard hands, precision grippers, or even more dexterous robotic hands. That alone opens up a crazy range of real-world applications, from warehouse logistics to lab experiments to factory floor tasks. And they've built it with flexibility in mind. LimX Oli comes in 3 flavors, Lite, EDU, and Super. The Lite version is for entry-level use, probably great for basic prototyping. EDU is aimed at educational institutions and AI research labs, and they've even got a promo where the first 50 buyers of EDU get a TRON 1 bipedal robot for free. Then you've got the Super model, which is the full kit for professional developers and integrators. Pricing starts at around $21,800 or 158,000 Chinese yuan. The real power of this robot, though, comes from the software and architecture. LimX has gone full modular, both in hardware and software, and they've opened the SDK. That means total access to joint-level control, high-level task scheduling, and full sensor data. You're not locked into a black box system. If you're a robotics developer, you can experiment, deploy, and scale using one platform. The SDK gives you direct access to everything from low-level motor commands to global status monitoring. That kind of openness is still rare in humanoid robotics. And they didn't just build it to stand still and look cool. LimX dropped a demo video showing Oli in action, going through what looks like a full human day. It starts at a gym where the robot's lifting dumbbells, it's flexing its upper body coordination, and it's not just a PR stunt. Then Oli's out in a park doing kung fu with a trainer. It shows balance, joint control, and a kind of movement fluency that's hard to fake. Then the scene shifts to a warehouse, where Oli sorts and moves boxes with efficiency. That arm swapping feature comes into play, switching tools on the fly, adapting to different tasks. That's not just convenience, that's critical in environments like fulfillment centers. At one point in the demo, a human deliberately kicks Oli from behind. The robot adjusts its posture and regains balance dynamically. That's full body disturbance recovery in real time. And just when you think the show's over, it transitions to leisure mode. And yeah, Oli starts dancing, and not in that awkward, jerky robot way. The movement is smooth, almost rhythmic. You get the sense that it's doing more than following a basic script. Technically, LimX has packed in a lot. The CL3 platform, which Oli evolved from, features high torque density actuators with hollow shaft design. That gives it the ability to do full body balancing while also supporting a huge range of motion. Internally, the robot weighs around 55 kilograms. They've also got this thing called VGM, Video Gen Motion, a framework that lets the robot learn from human motion captured on video. So instead of hard-coding every movement, it mimics and adapts based on visual learning. And LimX isn't new to this. The company was founded in 2022, and they've been grinding on embodied AI systems ever since. Robots that aren't just controlled remotely, but actually understand their environment through context and learning. They've already tested previous models like the CL1 in industrial environments, showing it could handle continuous heavy object loading. So they're moving fast, and they're not treating robotics as toys or demos. They're making stable development platforms so teams can skip the hardware headache and get straight into integration and AI task building. Now let's get into what Midea just dropped at WAIC 2025, a full-size humanoid robot named Meila. And this isn't a concept model, this is a purpose-built domestic humanoid developed to carry out real physical tasks inside actual homes. Meila stands as a signal that Midea isn't playing catch-up in robotics. They're aiming to lead in the home service humanoid category. The robot was built with one thing in mind: full body task execution. It's designed with articulated limbs and a dexterous upper body that mimics human motor functions. The torso and limbs integrate multi-joint kinematics, likely combining brushless actuators with closed-loop control for precise movement during household chores. Whether it's folding laundry or loading a dishwasher, Meila is engineered for biomechanical accuracy, not just basic automation. Medea's entry into humanoid robotics comes backed by a massive RMB 1.5 billion investment, roughly $208 million, into a dedicated embodied intelligence platform. They already control the hardware ecosystem with more than 500 million deployed appliances and 73 million smart devices feeding back environmental data. That gives them something no AI startup has: a huge, consistent, real-world data set for training task-specific manipulation models in actual domestic conditions. And because Midea builds its own micromotors, sensors, and cloud infrastructure, Meila's system architecture is vertically integrated from the silicon to the cloud. That means tighter motor control latency, optimized energy usage, and onboard AI modules tailored for high-frequency interaction with appliances, many of which are already Midea branded. Most home robots today are still rolling speakers or single-armed gadgets. Meila is different. It's built like a person, with articulated limbs, upper body dexterity, and bipedal or semi-bipedal movement, all designed to operate in tight domestic spaces. Its focus isn't just walking around, it's about grasping, lifting, folding, sorting, real tasks. Midea wants Meila to replace repetitive chores, cleaning, laundry, organizing, and do it while understanding home layouts and how people live. And they're planning to make it affordable. With full control of their supply chain, analysts think Midea could price Meila under $25,000, which could undercut Tesla's Optimus and push these robots into regular homes. Syncere AI didn't build a humanoid. They didn't even bother with mobility. Instead, they created Lume, a static robot disguised as a pair of floor lamps that live next to your bed. But these aren't just smart lights. Inside each lamp are robotic arms and embedded cameras. When activated, the hoods slide open, arms extend, and the robot starts folding your laundry. Quietly, precisely, on its own. The system was designed by Stanford robotics researcher Aaron Tan, who co-developed it with Angus Fung after finishing a PhD in human-robot interaction. Their concept was simple: build robots that blend into home life and only appear when needed. Tan calls this approach ambient robotics. You don't see it, it doesn't move, it just does its job and vanishes back into the background. The first teaser was a render, but the prototype is real. It's already folding clothes in a San Francisco garage. Not sleek yet, but fully functional. You drop your laundry on the bed, walk away, and when you return, it's folded. That's the entire use case. It doesn't touch people, and it's not designed for general interaction. The system deliberately avoids human contact to keep things simple and safe. Each lamp has its own robot arm and vision system hidden under the hood, which stays shut until triggered. Activation happens via voice or app, and the robot stays inactive unless directly commanded. It's not autonomous in the sense of smart assistance. There's no general AI or roaming function. That was a conscious choice to keep it focused on the task: laundry, folding. The price target is under $2,000. Syncere is even considering separating the lamp hardware and offering the folding feature as a paid software upgrade, similar to how Tesla rolls out full self-driving. But here's what's most interesting. They deliberately avoided giving Lume a humanoid body. No arms, walking across the room, no legs, no face, just two stationary machines that do one thing extremely well. Aaron Tan said it clearly: not everyone wants a humanoid roaming around their house with super strength and above-average intelligence. They're not building a roommate, they're building a home appliance, one that just happens to fold your laundry with robotic precision. That's the contrast we're seeing now. LimX and Midea are building versatile humanoids to cover full-body multitask applications. Syncere's going the opposite way: stationary, minimal, task-specific. But all three are chasing the same goal: embodied AI that works in real life, not just lab conditions. That's it for now. If you're into humanoids, embodied AI, or machines that actually do things, like and subscribe. More is coming.